Welcome to the EmpowerElle Podcast. I'm your host, Vero, and I'm so excited to have you join me on this journey of empowerment and growth. This podcast is designed for ambitious, high-achieving women who are ready to break free from overwhelm and step into their power. Together, we'll explore practical strategies, share inspiring stories, and hear from experts who can help you navigate the challenges of balancing ambition and well-being. Whether you're looking to cultivate confidence, transform your mindset, enhance your leadership skills, or find harmony in your life, this is the place for you. Let's dive in. Welcome to the EmpowerElle Podcast. I'm so glad that you're here to learn about something that could shift the way that you lead and live. Today's conversation is all about breaking free from the not good enough mindset. So take a deep breath and let's dive in. Today we're talking about something that affects far more ambitious women than most people realize. It's a quiet thought, a quiet belief, a quiet voice in the back of your mind that says, maybe I'm not good enough, not smart enough, not experienced enough, not confident enough, not ready enough. And when you're successful on the outside, even when you're capable, driven, and accomplished, that voice can still show up. It can appear before a big meeting, before speaking up in a room, before launching a new idea, before asking for an opportunity, or before stepping into leadership. And when it does, it can quietly shape the decisions that you make. It can make you hesitate. It can make you shrink. It can make you play smaller than you were meant to. But today, I want to talk about how to recognize this mindset, understand where it comes from, and most importantly, begin to break free from it. Because the truth is that you don't become powerful by eliminating doubt. You become powerful by learning how to move forward despite it. So that mindset of not being good enough, it rarely sounds dramatic. Honestly, it usually sounds pretty reasonable. It sounds logical and responsible. It might sound like, I just need more experience first. Or, I'm not quite ready yet. Or someone else probably knows more than I do. Or even, I should wait until I'm more confident. And on the surface, those thoughts can seem practical. But when you look closely, they often come from a deeper belief. A belief that your value needs to be proven before you're allowed to take up space. Before you're allowed to lead, before you're allowed to speak, before you're allowed to succeed. And that belief can quietly limit your potential. Now, this mindset rarely appears out of nowhere. Most of us learned it somewhere along the way. Sometimes it comes from environments where expectations were high and praise was rare. Sometimes it comes from experiences where mistakes felt unsafe. Sometimes it comes from comparison. Watching others succeed and assuming that they must be more capable. Sometimes it comes from perfectionism. Believing that unless something is exceptional, it's not worthy. And for many ambitious women, it comes from a combination of all of these things. I know that is true for me. But here's something important to remember. Just because a belief was learned does not mean it is true. What you learned, you can unlearn. And it does not mean that it has to stay. It's important to make a distinction here. Healthy growth includes recognizing where you can improve. Self-awareness is powerful. Learning is powerful. Growth is powerful. But the not good enough mindset, that's different. Growth says I'm learning, but self-doubt says I'm not capable. Growth says I can develop this skill, and self-doubt says I shouldn't even try. Growth encourages progress, but self-doubt prevents action. And recognizing that difference is the first step towards change. So when that not good enough mindset takes hold of you, it affects more than just your thoughts. It affects your decisions. You may hold back ideas that could make a difference. You may avoid opportunities that could help you grow. You may hesitate to step into leadership roles that you are absolutely capable of filling. You may stay silent when your voice really matters. And over time, this creates a gap between your true potential and the life that you actually live. And not because you lack the ability, but because self-doubt convinced you to stay smaller than you really are. One of the biggest myths about confidence is that it comes before action. Many people believe that they need to feel confident before they try something new, before they speak up, before they lead or take a risk. But confidence doesn't come first. Action comes first. Confidence is the result of repeated action. Every time you step forward despite uncertainty, your brain gathers evidence. Evidence that you can handle, challenges. Evidence that you can learn. Evidence that you can grow. Confidence is not a starting point. It's actually the result. So one of the most powerful ways to shift not feeling good enough is through reframing. So instead of asking yourself, am I good enough? Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Instead of thinking, what if I fail? Ask, what if I grow? Instead of saying, I'm not ready, try, I'm learning. These small shifts may seem simple, but they change the emotional energy behind your actions. They turn fear into curiosity, pressure into possibility, and self-criticism into growth. Now, comparison is one of the strongest fuels for the not good enough mindset. When you constantly measure yourself against others, it's easy to believe that everyone else is more confident, more capable, or more successful. But comparison rarely tells the full story. You see someone's highlight reel, their achievements, their confidence, their success. But you don't see their doubts, their mistakes, their learning process, their moments of uncertainty. Every person that you admire has experienced self-doubt at some point. The difference is not that they never doubted themselves. The difference is that they didn't let doubt stop them. Leadership and success is not about having all the answers. It's about being ready to step forward, to guide, to learn, to make decisions, to grow. And some of the most impactful leaders are not the ones who felt the most confident at the beginning. They are the ones who were willing to step forward before they felt fully ready. Because leadership is built through experience, not perfection. Breaking free from the not good enough mindset requires something deeper than confidence. It requires self-trust. Self-trust means believing that you can handle what comes next. That even if something doesn't go perfectly, you will learn, you will adjust, you will grow. Self-trust is powerful because it removes the pressure of perfection. You don't have to know everything. You simply have to trust that you can figure things out along the way. Another powerful step in breaking free from this mindset is expanding the way you see yourself. Instead of identifying as someone who is unsure, begin identifying as someone who's growing, someone who's learning, someone who is developing leadership, and someone who is capable of evolving. Identity shapes behavior. And when you start to see yourself as someone who grows through challenges, you begin to approach opportunities differently. You stop waiting to feel perfect, and you start embracing the process of becoming. Breaking free from self-doubt doesn't require dramatic transformation. It happens through small acts of courage. Speaking up once in a meeting, sharing an idea, trying something new, raising your hand for an opportunity, and taking a step outside your comfort zone. Each small moment builds evidence that the old belief may not be true. And over time, those moments create a new story. A story where you are capable, where you are evolving, where you are stepping into your power. So I want to invite you into a reflection. Think about a place in your life right now where the not good enough mindset may be showing up. Maybe it's in your career. Maybe it's in your leadership. Maybe it's in pursuing a goal that matters deeply to you. Now ask yourself this question. What would I do differently if I trusted myself just a little bit more? What ideal would I share? What opportunity would I explore? What step would I take? Because often the difference between staying stuck and moving forward is one moment of courage. The truth is that your potential is not defined by a single moment of doubt. It is defined by your willingness to keep growing, to keep learning, to keep stepping forward, even when uncertainty is present. Self-doubt may still appear sometimes. That's just human. But it doesn't have to control your choices. You can acknowledge it and still choose courage. You can hear the voice and still take the step. You can feel uncertainty and still move forward. And every time you do, you strengthen the belief that you are capable. Because breaking free from the not good enough mindset is not about becoming someone new. It's about recognizing the strength and the potential that have been there all along. And choosing again and again to trust yourself enough to move forward. So, I remind you to keep choosing yourself, your vision, and your values. That is real power. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for tuning into the EmpowerElle Podcast. I hope today's episode inspired you and gave you practical insights to help you navigate your journey as an ambitious, high-achieving woman. Remember, every step you take towards building your confidence and embracing your full potential is a step closer to creating the life you truly desire. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a moment to subscribe, rate, and review the podcast on your favorite platform. Your support helps us reach more women who are ready to step into their power and live their best lives. Don't forget to join our community on social media for more resources, tips, and inspiration. Until next time, lead with power and live with wellness. You are unstoppable.